Hello everybody in American Warrior Radio Land. This is Darren Cohn, your co-host, and I just wanted to let you know we are here in Oregon at the Eagle Point Branch Library conducting an interview, and I'm going to introduce our special guest here in a moment. But I want all of you to know that follow American Warrior Radio and AVET project, that while you all know we are incorporated in Florida and operate in Florida, Oregon, California, and Texas, we're here in Oregon because of a special young man who's been doing some wonderful things in support of our troops. His name is Bryce Thornton. Say hello, Bryce.
Hey everyone, I'm Bryce Thornton. I've been doing this project, and go ahead.
That's okay. Bryce, no stage fright necessary. We're in a beautiful setting, and folks, I encourage you to go to YouTube, watch the video, go to AVET Project's Facebook. You'll get to meet Bryce in person. Handsome young man. He's a cross-country runner. We're taping this because he's got a meet tomorrow in Bend, Oregon, but we've got a wonderful setting here with the American flag, the Oregon flag, and a fireplace in the background. So I encourage you to check us out online and watch the video. Bryce, let's talk a little bit about yourself. You were starting to tell us a little bit about yourself. You're going to become an Eagle Scout, is that right?
Yeah, I'm going, right now this is going to be my Eagle project, hopefully, and then once I do that, I'll have a couple merit badges, and then I'll have Eagle.
And is that the highest level of scouting you can reach?
That is the highest. I've only 3 out of 100 scouts make Eagle, and
3 out of 100?
Yeah.
So 3%, and you're going to be one of those.
Yep.
One of the 3%ers.
Yeah.
Excellent. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you?
I'm 17. I go here in Eagle Point to high school. I'm a junior, and so
Do you
far,
like school?
Yeah.
Does it come easy for you?
Yeah, it's easy for me. I've always had good grades, so
Got to make your mom and dad proud.
Yeah.
What's your favorite subject?
Probably math. It's the easiest.
Wow, you
for
are
me to
smart
do.
then. That was my weakest. You have plans after you graduate high school? You're going to be going to college?
Yeah, I hope I can go to OSU, maybe go through ROTC or something like that.
Admirable. ROTC, everybody, Reserve Officer Training Corps, so you may want to join the military.
Yeah.
Any particular branch?
I'm thinking the Navy or the Marines, maybe the Air Force.
Let's talk about that. So it's kind of wide open. You'll decide later.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. You have some military background in your family.
Yeah, my dad's father was in the Army, and my mom's dad was in the Navy on an aircraft carrier. He was a photographer.
So there's some tradition there. Mm-hmm. Is that what kind of piqued your interest in exploring the military as a future career?
A little bit. Most of it was I liked to engineer things, and weapons is a big thing that I like, so I thought that if I could do something like that, that would be fun in the military.
Outstanding. And I'll just let everybody know, get the camera back over here, young lady. This is our producer, Kim, in Oregon with us again. Keltec, American-made, American parts, supporting AVET Project. They're a big weapons manufacturer that do some awesome things. Okay, so that's kind of your future that you're looking to do. We have with us here today your dad, Darren. Say hello, Darren.
Hi there. How are you?
Glad to have you here. And Papa, I understand.
Papa, yep. That's
and
very
you're
proud of that young man.
You're the gentleman that was in the Army.
Yes, sir.
Well, we appreciate your service very much.
Yeah.
Where did you serve, sir?
About 3 years in Germany.
In Germany. So during the Vietnam era, but you didn't have to go to Vietnam.
It was the beginning of the Vietnam War, and I missed it, luckily.
Yeah, be thankful for that.
Oh, yeah.
But still, we appreciate your service, and we appreciate the whole patriotism that's obviously woven through your family. Bryce, let's talk about what you've been doing, because you've really a dynamic young man. You took on a project that's really, really significant because it helps our troops directly, particularly those that are serving in combat theaters. Tell us about when this started. I know you had a little hiatus there, but tell us about when you started and what prompted you to do that.
I started back in 2009. I wanted to send a package, just a single package with my family, to one of my dad's friends that was in Afghanistan. And when I did, I decided that my Boy Scout troop wanted to help, so they got into it, and then it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and now it is what it is today, 3 years later, and everyone in the community is helping, and we've sent to date 2,300 packages to soldiers.
2,300, and equate that in pounds of care items you've sent.
We have sent about 20,000 pounds in
Oh,
goods.
wow. 20,000. That's
Yeah.
a 2 with 4 zeros.
Yeah.
Impressive. Tell me a little bit about what you've included in your care packages today.
We've sent jerky from Gary West here in Jacksonville. We've sent water additive foods and drink supplements like Noon. Marathon runners use it. We've also sent Zip Fizz this time, ramen noodles, magazines, books, CDs, playing cards from the casinos, and all other kinds of for fun items, Beanie Babies, and they give those and hard candies to the children in the villages, and they will give them information. So.
And yeah, that's kind of the idea. Win their hearts and minds so that maybe their mom and dad won't be shooting at our soldiers because their little one's got a toy. Now, let's talk to your dad for a moment. Darren, you've been a big part of this project, and you've been supporting it for, like he said, a number of years. Tell me what it means to you to see your son do something that's special.
Well, it really tears at the heart. He's done so much for so many people. The letters that we get back from the soldiers.
Tell us about that.
They're pretty touching. He's received flags that are flown over bases in Afghanistan and certificates of appreciation from base commanders. He's
really brings it home.
Yep. And he has been recognized, by U.S. senators and state representatives and House of Representatives. So, pretty incredible.
So you help facilitate it. You do a lot of the driving and picking up the donated items.
Yeah, we get phone calls from people because of radio interviews and TV, and we have drop boxes that we'll put in locations, and people will call and we'll pack him around and drive him to different businesses, and he speaks at some groups that are in town, whether it's through the Chamber of Commerce. We went and he spoke to 150 people. So he's getting a lot of life skills through this.
For sure, you're hitting a lot of bases with this program. But this is a perfect example. We're here at Eagle Point Branch Library, and Charlene was good enough and her staff to set this setting up for us. But that's the whole spirit, isn't it? The community has gotten behind you in your project.
100%.
And what does that mean to you, to see people that you may have never even known or met before say, hey, Bryce, I like what you're doing, let me help?
That just shows how much people in the community can help and will help when they think that our soldiers need something, because a lot of the times people don't realize that the soldiers are over there. And then when I tell everyone, they think this is the greatest thing in the world and that everyone wants to help and they want to do whatever they can to send goods to soldiers.
So you're basically keeping it front and center that our guys and gals over there in these combat theaters, because we don't have any appreciation for what it's like over there. I mean, the terrain's different. They've got a bullseye on their back. But to receive, if they're out in some forward operating base or FOBs, as you guys know, you send out all the customs forms, they may not get any care packages from home, and all of a sudden they get this big box from you, and they open it up. It's like getting a little refresher from home.
Yeah.
We had some notice from one of the FOBs. They had been out on maneuvers, and over 100 of Bryce's boxes were delivered while they were out on maneuvers.
Over 100.
Over 100. There was a flash flood that wiped out tents at that base. When these soldiers returned, so many of their personal items were destroyed or gone.
Wow.
Bryce's boxes were there.
Outstanding. I mean, honestly, that had to make a huge difference in their day.
Yeah.
So tell me one of the letters you've received that really struck you as being heartfelt.
Well, all of the letters, they want jerky.
They like the jerky.
They love the jerky. They can't get it there.
And Gary West is some fine jerky, too.
Yeah.
And they will double any donation that is made. They will double. And they've actually set up a spot on their website at GaryWest.com.
GaryWest.com.
And there is a local tab, and underneath that is Boy Scout Care Package. And they have supported Bryce from day one.
Folks, are you hearing this? If you want some fantastic jerky, they're based here locally.
In Jacksonville, Oregon.
Little Jacksonville, Oregon, and they're supporting you 100%, and they're donating, say that again?
They will double any monetary donation in jerky, double. To date, Bryce has sent over $28,000 in jerky to soldiers.
Amazing. So again, just one demonstration of the local community, business community even getting behind it. What's it cost to ship this stuff over? It's not cheap.
Yeah, so far we've spent $29,000 in shipping. And it's started out about $11-12 a box, and now it's up to $14 for one box to ship. So we have spent a lot of money on shipping.
So no matter how many donations, collectibles you get to put in the care packages, you still got to come up with the funds to get it over to our guys and gals. And that's a big stumbling block. You guys are doing some fantastic work, though. Now, this has all been in the past. You're restarting it with some renewed vigor, and as part of your Eagle Scout project. So you basically need all this stuff again. You need the shipping costs. Mm-hmm. How can they contact you? How can they get in touch with you? Other than through AVET project, because they know they can do that. But if they want to contact you directly,
they can go to our website. We have it. It's supportingfreedom.org. And that has our contact information on there. And then also on my dad's cell phone, he takes calls all the time from people wanting to help.
Okay, go ahead and give that phone number.
So it's 541-944-3626.
541-944-3626. And that's good anywhere in the States. Now, we're in Oregon, but you folks listening on the Space Coast in Florida, or if you're in Texas or Virginia, wherever you're at, and you want to get involved and support a young man who's doing some incredible things, it is kind of a community effort, there's no doubt about it, but you're the impetus, you're the one that's driving this. And yeah, my producer's asking a question in my ear. She says, what do your friends think of this? How much support do you get from your peers?
Everyone thinks that I'm just the overachiever and that
That's
they
okay.
don't want to be around, because I do everything. With this project, I've done so many things, and then everything else that I've been able to do in 4-H.
Give me a highlight. Give me a highlight.
I've done 4-H since I was in 4th grade with rabbits and archery, cooking, photography, and then I've also started FFA, and then I'm doing...
Future Farmers of America.
Now it's...
What's it
the
called?
National FFA organization, they've switched it, but now I also do Skills USA. I do precision machining and technology, and then I've also traveled to Europe with People to People.
And people can go and check out your photos on your Facebook page, or where can they see the photos?
On his website.
On the website. Give that again.
On supportingfreedom.org.
Supportingfreedom.org. They can get some good looks at you in Europe on that trip.
I don't have very many on my website from Europe, but all the pictures of our packing and everything that we've done with the project are on the website.
Outstanding. And I know folks are going to hit you up and want to support you. Darren, you had something else.
Well, we just recently got an invitation for Bryce to go to Washington, D.C. for a National Security Youth Forum.
A National Security Youth Forum.
Yeah. So
looking pretty good on your resume for college.
Yeah. So he would also be meeting with people at the CIA, Quantico. They would go to the Arlington Cemetery, the Smithsonian. He just recently had a meeting with Greg Walden. And
that's the local congressman.
Yep. So they
who was a scout himself, I understand.
He was an Eagle Scout. So we're definitely trying to get Bryce the opportunity to get to Washington D.C. It's kind of spendy.
What kind of costs are we looking at?
We're looking around $3,000 tuition to get them there. They will stay at the National 4-H compound in D.C. and then travel motor coach from there. But we have to all the expenses to get them there. And
can't think of anybody more deserving. When is the?
That's in February.
In February.
Yeah, we'll travel in February. So he'd miss about a week of school. We're not too worried about that. He does old National Honor Society rating, and he's.
You can take a week off.
So,
you'll make it up in no time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, so, you know, he's a well-rounded kid. He's in 4-H with rifle, shotgun, and archery, does rabbits. He does a lot of activities. So
It sure sounds like it. Well, I can't tell you how impressed we are, and that your AVET project is here to support you however we can, and we're going to do it as best we can. We've been working with you guys, and we'll continue to. You've got some other stuff, and as it comes available, we'll get it to you. Before we leave, though, I wanted to just present you with something that we, as AVET Project, wanted to give you to recognize all of your work to this point. It's just a certificate of appreciation to Bryce Thornton and family from AVET Project for everything you've been doing to support the troops. And young man, you're something to behold. I really appreciate everything you do and all the support you give our troops. Thank you so much for joining us on American Warrior Radio. Anything else you'd like to say in closing?
Thank you a lot for doing this and for this plaque you've given me and helping other people be aware of my project.
Fantastic, and we'll be talking to you down the road, I'm sure, as we progress. Any final words, Darren?
well, we definitely seek support of all of the people that are listening, and I'm so proud of all of the work that Bryce has done in supporting our warriors. And,
Website once again.
supportingfreedom.org.
Supportingfreedom.org. Folks, you can there's a sub-account set up for Bryce's project under avetproject.org. You can make your donation. It's tax deductible. We just encourage everybody all across the land. And keep in mind, this young man needs to travel to D.C. and get this extra experience. And you can help him by just sending in, whether it's $1, $10, $50, or $500. Send it in so that we can get him to D.C. because I don't think there's anybody more deserving, and I really appreciate it again.
Can we touch on one thing? When
Please.
we met with Greg Walden 2 weeks ago, he did a national cybersecurity conference here in Medford, Oregon. And so Bryce had a meeting with him, and we had asked about the U.S. aid, the Denton Project, and the fact that Americans can send a care package to an Afghanistan native or an Iraqi native for free on space available with the DoD. And Bryce did ask Walden personally what he felt about soldiers and humanitarian aid, and he's all for it, but he suggested that we use the post office for discounted rates of shipping. When we deal with hundreds or thousands of packages, like Bryce said, $29,000 in postage, we could have reached over 25,000 soldiers, which is almost half of what is serving right now in Afghanistan. Bryce could have reached if that postal cost would not be there. That exists for aid to a native, but not to the soldier. And in Bryce asking Walden this, he has now learned about how to draft a bill, and he will be meeting with Walden's legal counsel to draft a bill for Congress and see if we can't get this program reversed, because it seems very backwards to us.
Well, it is. I think as the general public becomes aware of it, they're going to find out. It's Title 10, Section 402. You've all heard about us preach about this on American Warrior Radio. This is a program started back in the Kennedy administration, which provided humanitarian aid to nationals from whether they were in Africa, wherever across the globe, taxpayer-funded military transports, space available, all the logistics handled. The name of the program is the Denton Program, operated under USAID. And again, it's abhorrent that a church or any other nonprofit can send stuff, care packages, blankets, whatever they want, to the local nationals, but we can't. We're prohibited from sending it to our troops. It's a matter of changing the verbiage under Title 10, Section 402. Encourage everybody to make some noise, because if you all knew that this was going on, you'd all be up in arms as we are.
Well, Darren, we are a very charitable nation of people, and if those people want to support a native, then I'm all for it, but they should pay for that support. And to support our soldiers, we should definitely be able to do so at no cost. Those
You make
soldiers,
a good point. All that money you've spent could have been directed to actual getting care packages rather than postage.
Literally almost half of what is serving right now in Afghanistan could have been reached by one boy.
Isn't that amazing? Well, again, I applaud you for your efforts. Keep it up. We'll be in touch down the road, I'm sure. Darren, thank you for joining us. Papa, thanks for being here, brother, and thanks for your service
You
to our
bet.
country. This is
Thank
Darren
you.
Cohn. We're going to return in just a moment. Stick with us on American Warrior Radio right here on AM 1300 WMEL.